Kurt, appreciate you joining me.
Thanks for having me.
The Mr. Easton Digital.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it. So for anyone who's watching this now or was watched before, Kurt and I have worked together on different stuff for a couple years now. So for everyone who doesn't know who you are, Kurt, do you mind chiming in a little bit on yourself, about Easton Digital, and give us a whole background?
Yeah, absolutely. So, like I said, my name's Kurt Prosser. I'm managing partner at Easton Digital. Easton Digital is an e-commerce agency specifically focused on helping Shopify store owners grow their sales and profit through Google Shopping. My background's engineering, got into marketing through an MBA program, and just love the sort of analytical approach and sort of data-driven approach to marketing. So that's what we do. Is we help those Shopify store owners and increasingly Amazon businesses grow their sales through Google Shopping.
Okay. So there are a ton of agencies out there that do PPC stuff, whether it's Google Shopping or elsewhere. So why are you guys different?
Great question. No, this is a good question. So why we're different is because we specialized in helping that small to mid-sized Shopify store owner. We said, like, look, there's a lot of agencies, at one point it was us too, that love to come out and say, look, we're going to charge you a flat rate, $1,000 a month or $2,000 a month to manage your Google Shopping campaign. Okay, what we've done is we've come out and said, like, look, that's small to mid-sized businesses, they shouldn't pay those high agency fees. So let's sort of look at it more of a performance-based model. So we have a model where we say, look, let's, flat rate, $199 a month plus 2% of the sales that we're driving from your Google Shopping campaign. So we have some clients that may drive $10,000 in sales from their Google Shopping campaigns. Our fee structure they'd be paying $399 a month for that Google Shopping management. So it's really we try to be a performance-based model, and really serve those needs of those small to mid-sized Shopify store owners, with recommendations on apps, upsell, apps that, we see a certain client may do well with, we'll recommend them, install that in their client. So really sort of hyper-focused on that niche.
So why only Shopify?
Good question. Just because, from our standpoint, we see the greatest need with those Shopify stores. There's a lot of small to mid-sized Shopify stores. Like I just had a call with a gentleman today. They're selling on Amazon, doing well, doing 50 to 75K a month in sales, but looking to grow their sales. Shopify is a great place for that person to start. Okay, it's very easy to get up and running, and from our standpoint, we can sort of get very good at the Shopify platform, create efficiencies of scale, save those Shopify store owners money, okay, as opposed to doing a little bit of everything and doing every platform. We get really, really good at the Shopify platform. So we have 10 people here in our office that know the Shopify platform very well. That's all they do is work with Shopify store owners day in and day out and helping them grow sales through, primarily through Google Shopping, but we do Bing Shopping as well. And we'll do some text ads as well, but Bing Shopping is really the bread and butter.
Okay. So you and I have been back and forth a couple of times on new stuff that's going on with shopping. I know you brought up recently that you saw Amazon getting back involved in shopping, because I agree, they did seem to die out for a while where they were gone, and it was great.
Yeah.
And now it seems like they're back. Maybe not as much as they were prior, but it does seem like they're back.
Yeah.
So what's the Easton Digital thought behind that?
It's a good question. Yeah, no, Amazon's tricky. So you and I talked about this a while ago. My hypothesis, my prediction, I could be wrong, but my prediction is Amazon's going to do very similar to what Etsy did. Okay, they're basically, my thought is, well, why wouldn't Amazon become an arbitrage, advertiser? They allow Amazon sellers, to run ads through the Amazon platform to then sell and run ads through Google Shopping. Amazon will make a difference in the spread. Okay, up to this point, Amazon foots the bill for all that Google Shopping, ad spend. Okay, so Amazon went off Google Shopping for a period of time. People made predictions why, and then of course now it seems like Amazon's back to a certain extent. But yeah, it's definitely a big deal in the market. There's a lot of uncertainty of what's going to happen with Amazon, how Amazon's going to start, charge for that. But yeah, it's definitely a hot button topic right now in the market.
So I have a question for you. So as Amazon has started to grow, obviously over the past year, 2 years, some sellers have seen not as significant growth on their own stores,
Right.
and if they're on Amazon, and they're seeing, obviously Amazon's getting involved in Google Shopping, but
Right.
people just coming to their site, probably just copying and pasting the title and throwing it in Amazon and then buying from there because they have free returns or 2-day shipping or anything like that. So how are you attempting to dodge that problem?
That's a good question. So, so the short answer is we don't. There's no reason to dodge it. Amazon's the Goliath in the room. Okay, to go head to head against Amazon is pointless, right? So I did a study, or did an experiment. I think it was about a year ago, where I ran text ads that had identical copy. One had the Amazon link that went to one of my Amazon listings. We have a couple of e-commerce businesses and sell on Amazon ourselves. But it went straight to Amazon listing. One went to our website. Okay. Same exact copy. Our click-through rate was about 3 times higher in the Amazon listing or the Amazon URL. Our CPC, because that click-through rate was so much higher, was about a third lower than our main website. Okay. Amazon has that competitive advantage that any other person can't have. So it doesn't make sense to go to head-to-head. So what we're seeing is a lot of people look for other ways to market their products, okay, that Amazon really can't compete with. And Amazon doesn't have that inherent advantage. So we see a lot of people going to Instagram, doing influencer marketing, doing a lot of other things. We see a lot of people have success with, click funnels and sales funnels through Facebook ads. There's a gentleman that sells printed apparel, and he's spending a ton of money on Facebook, and you go to Google, do a search, and he's not anywhere there. There's a lot of people that are trying to avoid competing with Amazon on some of those traditional products. My mentality is doesn't make sense to go head to head against them. So look for some other way to market around them.
So I have a theory for you. It's one we've been trying. It's one we've been trying out. By all means, take it. So we kept seeing the exact same problem, right? So whether we're running shopping ads or we're not, or we're doing Facebook ads or anything like that, we're still getting people there. And what we started to realize is that the Amazon business would start to do better, a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit better, if we were doing shopping ads for their website, not for Amazon. So we realized that they were having, this client at the time, they were having people come to their site and then just leave and go buy it on Amazon. But their brand was strong enough, so they were like, people want to shop on Amazon. So what was happening is, because we knew they were copying and pasting the title and just going over to Amazon to search it, the problem is when you do that, you're still going to get all the competitors in there. You're going to get people who are running ads on Amazon. So we started to add an available on Amazon button next to the buy now button that took them straight to the listing. So you're actually running shopping ads, and it's going to your site. And obviously, if it's a first-time customer or anything like that, obviously you want to gain the email. So we had a pop-up for, hey, 10% off. So you want to stay on the site because you get the discount there and not on Amazon.
Yeah.
But if they're going to go to Amazon, send them straight to the listing so that you can keep the competitors out. And we actually saw an immediate increase on Amazon. And there's negatives to it. Obviously, we saw a slight decrease on the site because people go, oh, great, I can just get this on Amazon. I don't have to worry about shipping or anything like that. And obviously the margins are better there. But if you're going to lose the sale to your own brand on Amazon, why not just keep the competitors out of the process? So that's something we've been dabbling with, is just adding that. I actually see I don't know, it could be 5 years from now, or it could be never. But actually having like the buy now button, and then like available on Amazon, available on eBay, available on Jet, available on Walmart, and just letting people shop wherever they're comfortable shopping. Trying to entice them to purchase on the site, obviously, because your margins are going to be better. But if you're going to lose the sale, why not just send them straight to your product on another site anyway?
Yeah. No, and that's a fair point. I think, yes, definitely. If your margins are high enough to forego that additional fee or whatever, or or if you're doing shipment through FBA anyways, like some of our brands, we do all of our when order comes to our website, we're sending straight to Amazon FBA to ship it out for us. So yeah, in some cases, it definitely would make sense to do that.
So the trick, not done. The trick is you can still sign up for an Amazon affiliate program and use that custom link in that button. So you can actually get a kickback from your own sale. So even though you're losing slight margin in Amazon, you can get a slight kickback to make that margin not hurt as much by sending it to there.
Okay.
So we started to do that. And the interesting thing is that the affiliate program encourages it. They don't care at all. In fact, we read through their terms.
Really?
And yeah, if you're sending traffic to Amazon, they really don't care. Now, my question is how long that's going to last, because I think that's ridiculous. I also don't think there's a lot of sellers out there doing it. But we do have sellers doing it right now, and it's not a massive kickback, but it's a little bit of something that helps.
Well, yeah, and I think so that's a good idea. So technically, I think so it is against Google's policies to run ads with affiliate links, but I think you're getting around it because you're sending it straight to your website, and you have the option to buy from your website. So it's technically not. So I think, I think you're good with Google there. So yeah, it's definitely a good idea. I think if you have that margin in there, I think it makes sense. So
yeah,
it's a good idea.
Another question for you on the Google Shopping side, though.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your theory on, are there products out there that just don't work well for Google Shopping?
It's a good question. Yeah, I mean, it's generally, so generally we try to, so really Google Shopping is about value, okay? Who's giving the customers the most value, okay? If you're selling products, drop shipping from AliExpress, or selling generic products, or even one of our brands is a light bulb, is a lighting brand. Okay, you can buy a light bulb anywhere, right? You can buy a light bulb on Amazon or anywhere you want. So who's offering the customer those values? So anywhere where you're not offering a significant amount of value or more value than that's where it starts to get a little bit of a challenge. Okay, if you're even drop shipping heavy ticket items or high price items that are heavy, and you have 5 other people selling the exact same product, exact same image, exact same price, well, it just your margins end up getting lower. The best products for Google Shopping, okay, are products where you're offering something of value. Either you have a competitive advantage with the price, or you have a unique product, unique feature set. For example, we're working with an Amazon seller that sells room dividers. Like big, curtain room dividers. Google Shopping does very well. We have another client that sells Harley Davidson parts. Obviously does very, very well. And how he distinguishes himself is not only has a great price up front, but really offers the customer service and gets the lifetime value of the customer. So there's things like that. Yes, there are two sides of the coin, but I'd say anything drop shipping from AliExpress, anything where you aren't offering more value than what someone else is doing, then it's just going to be very, very low margin or very, very low profit from Google Shopping.
Well, what if you're in like a wildly competitive space, like just solid colored T-shirts? Like no matter how differentiated or how much value you can bring, you're still fighting with so many people that it's arguably pointless to do that. And that's kind of where I start to believe, like, depending on the shirt, and like obviously it might not have been the best example, but that's kind of where social ads might do better. If you can build a lifestyle, you can build an audience, and you can show the value as opposed to just hoping people view it in that one little picture on shopping.
Well, so it depends what your goal is. So if like, for example, say that T-shirt, and maybe T-shirt's a tough example, but here's a good example: purse. Like a purse is like, okay, there's 1 million people started selling purses, tons of purses out there. But we have a client where, the question is, okay, let's drive top of funnel people specifically looking for some of those purse characteristics that he sells, right? And then the question is, well, why is someone going to buy from you? Well, it's the quality, it's the story. He's got a sort of like Tom Shoes-like story with his purses. Well, that's why people buy. So now let's link that traffic from Google Shopping directly to Facebook retargeting ads, okay? And then tell that story through marketing. Well, we can lose money, okay, on that initial Google Shopping traffic, and then make up the money through the Facebook retargeting. Now the ecosystem is profitable, doing well, Okay, but so it's, like your t-shirt example. Well, maybe you've got to pull people in at a loss and then rely on some of the way to make that up. Thousand Bulbs is a great example of this. Thousand Bulbs sells lighting products. One of my good friends works there, and they operate at a loss. Okay, their Google Shopping, their Google AdWords is at a pure loss every day, every week, every month. But they're making up through other things that they do, and in the end, it's profitable.
So you're looking at all of their marketing as a whole, as opposed to just Google Shopping.
Right. Yeah. Because especially on, in the case of the purse, I mean, the question is, well, why is someone going to buy? Well, they're not going to just click an ad and buy right then, right? You think of Tom's shoes, it's that story. It's that, it's seen at other places. It's all the things that go along with it is a reason why they buy. That's a common strategy for some of those items where it's a very competitive market and someone's not likely going to buy. For example, we sell on Amazon an LED 80-watt area light. Okay, someone looking for an LED area light, they're just going to buy right then, right? If you have the best feature set, you have the best, they're going to buy right then. But something like a purse, or someone that's looking for bulk T-shirts or something like that. Okay, maybe there's other products out there like that where you need those multiple touch points, you need that sort of full picture marketing to really close the sale.
So you mentioned obviously the top of funnel and then having the Facebook retargeting, and I see your Facebook ads almost daily.
Okay.
So
sorry about that.
No, you're fine. So I'm probably your right market. It's just not me specifically.
Yeah.
I'll send you my IP address so you can block it.
Okay.
So does Easton offer Facebook advertising?
We do not. So we've partnered with a couple companies that just because from our standpoint, we want to be the brain surgeons of Google Shopping, but we've partnered with a few companies, that we think are good with Facebook marketing. We do have a few clients where we'll set up Facebook retargeting, but it's part of our sort of, the reason why we've never done Facebook marketing on its own is because, there's a lot of, small to mid-sized clients. A lot of small to mid-sized Shopify stores where their communication is through Facebook. That's their personal communication. They don't have a whole brand story. I've worked with some large companies before where they have a brand story. They have customer personas. They've got all this mapped out. They've got all this data and all this, who they're going after. But a small customer, or a small to mid-sized Shopify store, they're having communication through Facebook. They're doing all that work. So our mentality is we've always sort of stayed away from trying to do too much with Facebook on that. But we will help them, set things up or do something like that, or refer them on to someone that we know.
Yeah, and we've seen the same thing with, you can do Facebook ads as much as you want, but if you're really not maintaining your own profile and actually making your profile good and responding to customers and things like that, no one's going to click on it. No one's really going to care.
Yeah.
But Kurt, I don't want to take up more of your Friday, and I know you and we could do this all day. So I really appreciate you chatting with me. I'd love it if you would give some closing remarks, let everybody know where they can find you.
No, absolutely. So two things, closing remarks. Definitely. We see a lot of growth in Google Shopping. Amazon sellers, a lot of Amazon sellers move over to Google Shopping to look and diversify the traffic. Highly recommend checking out Google Shopping. As far as getting contact from me, check us out. Check our, our Facebook page, Kurt Prosser, Easton Digital. You can also send me an email, just kurt@eastondigital.com, and I'm pretty responsive there as well. So I appreciate you sort of looping me in here. I'm happy to talk about this stuff anytime. And if you're in Ohio, check out Columbus Ecommerce Meetup Group. It's a meetup group we run monthly. About 50 or so people come monthly. So
there you go.
Cool.
Kurt, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Enjoy your
Thank you
weekend.
very much. Absolutely. You too. I'm heading
Enjoy
up
the lake
after this. So, thanks. See ya.
Talk to you later.
Bye.